Get back by this time, then I was going to report I stolen. That it was like, that's doppelganger mascara. Literal pictures of them together. The time and day of my party. They leaving me stranded at 10 p.m. at night. Problem when you run at everybody else, so confronting the problem. Apparently I was wrong. Okay, let me stop. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's thatonegirlkenn, aka Kennedy. We back with another video, another banger, another mother freaking one. Ignore my voice. I might sound a little congested or like snuffy. I apologize. Okay, but let me get to the point because I know y'all here for the tea. Y'all messy, by the way, for clicking on this, but it's okay. We've all been there. No shade. But as y'all can tell by the title, we doing a story time. A long awaited story time. I've actually been teasing the story time on my Instagram for a minute. I just never made it. But that's fine because it's here now. I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but basically I had to ask my best friend and she needed that. Now I don't fight, Pookie. It's about an ex-best friend that don't know girl code, okay? We gonna get into it. Before we do, subscribe. You gonna like the story, subscribe. I'm gonna show y'all my notes real quick. If y'all see me down, that's what I'm looking at. I just got done taking notes for this video so I can stay on track, so I like to yap a little bit. But y'all, we got a lot to go over. So let me stop playing. Or her name in the story time gonna be Doppelganger or DG. Doppelganger or DG. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna give y'all some context on us, how we met, our friendship. Like we was like, it's locked in 4 or 5. Or so I thought. I met her at the beginning of my sophomore year. She was cool. She was quiet, mind you. She's a freshman, okay? So, or at the time, she was a freshman. So she is in a grade below me. I met her freshman year. She was cool. You know, we got tight, real close, mad close. Like, we've been close for over a year. So, that's why I was surprised after all this happened to me. That prayer, that removal prayer really works, y'all. So be careful. Please be careful. Please. Like I said, we'll try to do everything together. I'll stay in trouble, so we can't really do that much together, but we did everything together, if that makes sense. Like, I was there for her, she was there for me. We stepped behind each other, 10 toes down. It was like that, okay? Now, might be wondering we're all wrong. A very important character in the story time was her, Mia. And his code name was gonna be Mascara. First thing I saw, by the way. A little bit of background on Mascara. Mascara's in my grade. Last year he went to our school. I've known Mascara longer than I've known Doppelganger DG. Me and Mascara were always friends. We were always cool. I ended up putting them on with each other. Or if you don't want to call it that, I introduced them to each other. Okay, cool. This is what I get for trying to be nice. It's kind of crazy though because how I mentioned we were friends, ever since they started going together, we started hating each other. Like, it was actually bad. Like, he hated me and I hated him. Hate is a strong word too. We hated each other because of how I stepped behind and I did not play about her. Yeah, eventually he plays a part in the story, so y'all finna see. Also, ignore this. These are my shipping labels because my label printer is right here. Okay, let's get into the story for real because I know y'all tired of waiting. Like most friendships that fail me or that I end up cutting off, I give people strikes. And I think that's my problem. I think I need to start letting people be weird where they at. Eventually, the third thing that happened to me was the main event I'm about to be talking about. But before that, there's a precursor. There was another event that happened, but I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, second strike. My school played this school about like 20-30 minutes from my school. And it's an hour from me, from home. So I went with my friend... Not DG. I went with my friend Lindsay. Y'all see Lindsay in my vlog. Yeah. I got ready at Lindsay's house here. I got ready together. Boom. We went to the game. We had the game, y'all. We had the game. But Lindsay didn't have her after 9. So she had to go home before 9, right? So she was like, are you coming? And I was like, mind you, it wasn't even halftime or it just hit halftime. And I was having a lot of fun. You know, I was there kicking it. And I was like, let me ask DG if I could just ride back home with her. Because DG stays close by me as well. Like, it would be both going the same way. I went to ask DG and I was like, can I ride home with you? And she was like, yeah, you can. I'm like, are you sure? You need to ask. She was like, yeah. I said, DG, are you sure? I'm not playing no games. My mama was already on me. I said, are you sure? She was like, yeah, I asked her. Said, okay. Mind you, if I'm staying with her, the school's an hour away from me. I'm familiar with the school, but I don't know that many people over there. By the way, at this game, Mascara's also there. I told Lindsay, yeah, I could stay, so Lindsay went home. You would think if I asked somebody if I could stay with her and ride home with them, then I would be with them throughout the game, no? Apparently I was wrong. I started third wheeling the rest of the game, and I was honestly mad. I was irritated. There's a point in the game where we sit down, but I got the hint that they wanted me to walk away, so I did. And I actually seen one of my friends I knew. So I said hey to him, and then his friend was over, or some other dudes over there, these girls, and we were all just talking, mind you. I don't know these people, but I am a friendly person, naturally friendly person. Like, I hold a conversation. So we all talking, they seem cool. I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm on Instagram. It's some dude vlogging, you know, I'm networking, making YouTube friends. I'm like, hey, yeah, cool. That lasted for a cool, like, 5 to 10 minutes. I turn around, they not there. Mind you, again, mind you, my phone is on 2%. 2-3% at this point, and my messages, you know how your phone start acting slow when it's about to die? Yeah, so my messages were taking forever to send at that. And I don't think I had no service over there at that. So I'm like, bro, I can't even text the girl, ask her where she at. Best believe I put on my phone today with the little 2-3% I had. I put on my phone. Because I was really irritated at this point. Because I'm like, first of all, I'm already third wheeling y'all. And second, you leave me with strangers and people you know I don't know as your best friend. Like, is you cool? Is you minty fresh? So I texted her. I said, girl, where's you at? She told me, hold on. Or something along the lines of that. I gotta find the messages. But it really came off as passive aggressive and like, why are you bothering me? And I'm like, girl, I stayed for you, with you. And no way you just left me with people I don't know. So moving on past that, because I was pretty heated. Oh, I'm gonna give it to her though. Once she seen I was a little irritated, she's like, you can come with us, but at the same time, I did not want a third wheel. I really did not want a third wheel. I was like, can I just spend some time with you? Please, please, please. You was with him the whole game, please. And she wasn't letting go, so I was like, alright, bro. Anywho, comes the end of the game, I'm already mad, like I said. And I told my mom I was riding over. Like, why didn't you just ride back with Lindsay? And I told her this before. I told her my mom had already had an attitude with me. Keep that in mind. She texted me first. She was like, I don't think I can take you home. Excuse me? What you mean can't take me home? And she was like, I can't take you home. My brother has no room in his car. I'm going to try to talk to him. So she literally went out the gate. She told Mascara to wait there for me. And mind you, it's awkward because me and Mascara, we don't talk like we hate each other. I was like, what? So she was like, I'm going to go talk to him. So she went out to her brother. She texted me. She said, there's literally no room in his car. Like, I'm sorry, but I got to go. I said, okay. I'm trying to be understanding because one thing with me, I'm a very understanding person. So I'm trying to be understanding. I'm like, okay. But I'm trying to crash out because you're literally leaving me stranded at 10 p.m. at night in a city that's ghetto by myself as a female with no ride. She didn't even come back to say bye. She didn't come back to say bye. Apparently she was getting yelled at too bad. In my head, I'm like, even if he didn't have no room in his car, baby, I would have sat in a trunk. I would squeeze in anywhere, baby. I'm little. Sat on the floor, literally anywhere. Like, there amount of spaces that's in the car, and you tell me he didn't have room for one? I'm mad. My phone dies. Mascara stayed behind. He actually came through, pulled through, and he got me an Uber home after like 30 minutes of waiting after the game, mind you. It was like 2 Ubers canceled, and the last one that came, it was cool. I charged my phone in his car, and it was just the whole thing. My mom chewed me out too. That's editing me. Mind y'all, she did apologize. I think, or she felt bad that happened or whatever. Cause yeah, it's just this whole thing with my mom. And yeah, so she did apologize, and I was just like, it's fine, like whatever. So yeah, keep that in mind. And that was the whole situation. So that kind of left me with a bad taste in my mouth. I did ask a couple people. I was like, How would y'all feel? Like, I didn't say no names. Well, people I trusted, I did. I said their names because they knew who I was talking about. But I was like, how would you feel if your friend left you stranded? Because I didn't want to cut her off over that because, like I said, I'm a very forgiving and understanding person. And, like, that's my best friend. So why would I want to cut her off over that small inconvenience? But, yeah. And they were like, oh, no, like, I'm not going. And then she ended up texting me before I could even have a conversation with her about it. She ended up texting me because I guess she heard that I was talking about her. When I wasn't talking about her, I was just explaining the situation. And if you feel offended, then you must have done something wrong. But it's okay. Basically, she was like, this is your problem. You run at everybody else. So confronting the problem. And hey, she might be right. But at the end of the day, it's better than me talking to you off of emotion. Because I was doing that. And trying to chew you out. And I wouldn't even know if I'm in the wrong. Because sometimes I genuinely do be tweaking, y'all. Like, I really be tweaking. I did it with her. Whenever somebody wronged me, I came to her first. So she knew how I operated anyways. Moving past that. Because we didn't talk for like a day or two or whatever. We just got back to talking. Like nothing happened. Fast forward. It's my birthday. It's time for my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Like, y'all, I was so ready. I was so excited. And I actually did have a great time. It would have been spectacular, amazing if this didn't happen. Now, boom. The day of my party. Mind you, I had a party. If you didn't watch that vlog, go watch that vlog after this. Okay, girl? Go watch after this because I looked good. Okay? Anyways, I had my birthday party. The morning of the party, I asked her if she was coming to my party still. And she was like, oh, my mom basically said something about me not going where I wanted or whatever. And in the back of my head, I'm like, why would her mom say that out of nowhere? Apparently, she was telling me about her mom read her messages or something. And it was this whole other situation that I'm not finna explain because it don't got nothing to do with the story. But this girl that didn't like me ended up saying, like, my mom said that she didn't want doppelganger at my party. And doppelganger believed it. Like this. Mind you, when that whole text happened, I literally said my mom did not say that. Like, I literally said that my mom did not say that. I was not worried about it because I had so many other things to stress about that day. So I was like, okay, girl, like, whatever. And she was like, no, just have a good time, though. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. Fast forward to the actual party time. Everything is cool. Everything is great. Towards the end of my party, everybody's outside. We on this basketball court. We just chilling. So we girls talking to the dudes. Like, we all just chilling. We vibing. We having a great time. That's when, I'm not gonna name drop because I don't think her name wants to be in the video. You know, I love her. Like, she's a great person. Like, we love her over here. But two of the girls from my party, or both of them, they come to me and they were like, Kenny, did you see this? And they showed me a snap, a picture of doppelganger and mascara together. Excuse me? So I'm like, what's that? It was like, that's doppelganger and mascara together right now. Mind you, it's Snapchat, okay? So I'm like, And on top of that, I had a location, but I didn't check it because I didn't, like, it's my party. Why am I checking my best friend's location for? I trust her, right? But the other girl that we love, I'm not going to give her name right now, had a location as well. And it was at the mall. So I'm like, okay. So I called her outside. Still at my party, by the way. I stepped aside from everybody. I called her. I said, hey, where are you? She was like,
oh, I'm out with my mom and grandma.
And then she started speaking Spanish. Baby, you ain't fooling nobody. You're not stink butt. Mind you, I know she's lying. So I'm like, I said, okay, doppelganger. Beep boop. When I tell y'all, I was so upset. And I was genuinely, like, in shock because I'm like, why is she lying to me? And then that's when the tears started flowing. Y'all, it was bad. I started crying at my own birthday party. And let's not get twisted because I ain't know, you feel me? But no, that really hurt my feelings because as my best friend, why are you lying to me? But there's more. Mind you, keep in mind, please, keep in mind, people that are at my party, a lot of them go to my school, okay? Especially the boys that are at my party, and they messy. If you watching this, y'all are messy, y'all know it, but I love y'all. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So the next day, I didn't text her all day because I didn't want to, again, cuss her out or talk to her out of emotion because it might have been a whole misunderstanding. Like I said, I am a dummy sometimes, okay? I am very understanding. That's what get me in trouble. I texted her. I said, were you with Mascara last night? She says, no. I was with my mom. You can ask her. Her and her mom has a type of relationship. Her mom will lie for her. So I'm like, I said, I don't think I said anything. Or I even heard a message. I was like, okay. I didn't say nothing to her. I unfollow her on everything. It's silent cut off because, baby, you know what you did wrong, and we're not finna sit here and act like you don't. Then I think back to what this girl told me that she's done something similar like this to one of her other friends. When she told me about that, I'm like, dang, like, okay. Because apparently the friend was cool with it. Like, she didn't care that she was with Mascara. When I'm hearing that story, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I know you ain't doing that to me. I'm the bestie. I'm the girlfriend, boo. Like, she would never. But she did. Like, I was not exempt. That Monday, because all this is over the weekend, so that Monday at school, she comes up to me and she was like, can you tell me what you're talking about? Because I did eventually end up texting her again. I was like, so what was that snap? And she's like, what snap? And then she's like, oh, like it was remixed or whatever. And I'm like, girl, Snapchat, if it was remixed, it would have told me. And I know it was remixed. She tries to make it up, and I'm not hearing it because, again, she's still lying. And I just walk away. I said, okay. And I walked away because I'm not doing this with you. Let's not waste either of our time. Like a week and a half later, I remember, I'm like, wait, this girl still got my trap phone that I gave her. I'm gonna need that back. Mind you, I gave her the phone because she got her phone too, so I was just being a WMS. But now I need that back. I need it back. It's a hassle to get my phone back in itself. She made me have to go be a snitch. Like, I was like, girl, if you don't give me my phone, because mind you, she had it all day and then waited until the end of the day and more to get my phone back. Ironically, she brought dude on our campus the same day, and I guess she was with him after school. And I'm like, she's trying to act all huffy and puffy. I'm like, girl, please do not be acting different because that boy is here. I was like, girl, you finna make me go to the office and report I stolen, because I already did tell her if I didn't get back by this time, then I was going to report I stolen. So she's like, okay, go to the office then. She must thought I was bluffing. Baby, I took my jolly bright behind to that office so quick. She didn't get my phone back. So we had flag football tryouts that day. I didn't think to check the phone until after. So after flag, get my phone. She was smart enough to log out of her social medias, but she wasn't smart enough to delete the pictures. Like, this is solid evidence that she was with that boy. I go on my phone and I see literal pictures of them together, the time and day of my party at the mall. So at this point, I'm not even sad no more, y'all. I was at my party, baby. I was livid. Okay, I was angry. I was on crash out, full crash out mode. But I'm like, okay, let me calm down, take a couple breaths. Like, it's straight, it's cool, it's alright. Because I got some for that. I realized I was going to spaz out and, like, post all this in my story, go live, air her out. But I realized, let me not. I'm growing, y'all. Because the old me, I would have been did that. I would have been did that. But I'm like, nah, if anything, I would just make a story time out of it. And I'm going to wait. The next day, I post a picture of the picture. Like, I had my phone, and I took a picture of my phone. And I didn't actually put, like, I didn't put either of the faces in it. All you seen was a Nike ski and some clothing racks in the background. And the timestamp. I said, LOL, I don't get liars, story time coming soon. I posted that in my spam close friends. Mind you, one of her friends is in my spam close friends, and I knew what I was doing. So, boom, she fell for my trap because the friend ended up sending it to her. She texts me talking about something, oh, you finna get sued, you look for a lawsuit, keep going through my stuff. I said, baby, this is my phone. My phone, and there's records of it being my phone. Messages of it being my phone. Okay, so baby, what are you talking about? So that's how everything's really kicked off. And that's when we started going at it back and forth. She was going for some low blows. Like, she was saying stuff I never thought she would say. Like, genuinely. Because you claim you was so real, you claim you was this and the third, but you're ending up taking stuff that I said and trusted you with and throwing it back in my face. You thought that was cool? Because I really ain't do that to you. If I won't do that to you, you would have been hurt. Okay? But I didn't. Again, I didn't. I'm still going back and forth with her, so I can't say I'm completely being a bigger person. But I didn't do what you did, and I hope you know that, because I know you're watching this. So I'm like, I'm taking them in my chest, and eventually I started trolling her, because at this point, I mid-crashed out. I had called one of my friends, And I'm like, girl, like, I'm literally shaking. Because at this point, all the stuff that she's saying about me, this and the third, I said, okay, well, do you need that? Or she said, oh, bet, or something like that. And I'm like, girl, no, ain't no oh, bet. Like, do you need that? Like, I need that. And so she keep going. She called me every word in the book. She called me she called me scary. She called me everything in the book. And I'm like, okay, I'm all this, but you ain't dropping love. And so she's coming up with excuses. She's like, your mama ain't gonna let you do it. Baby, I went downstairs. I said, Mom, I asked Doppelganger if she needed that. She was like, what happened? I told her. Because she already knew some of what happened. She was like, oh, as long as it's out on school campus. Okay, cool. Because I ain't finna waste my own money. I ain't getting kicked out of private school. Baby, I pay for my education, okay? So, I'm like, all right, cool. Bet. So I said, drop low. I'm texting the girl, drop low. Let me know. She said, I'm going to catch you when I catch you. This, that, and third. Best believe I'm going to catch you. No, drop low. Because now that sounds like you're trying to sneak me. And I'm not playing. I don't play with that. So drop low. Drop low, time low. I'll be there, baby, because I need that. Mind you, I'm finna put these messages on screen. I was heated. Because you're saying all this and the third, but you're not, like, what's tea? Mind y'all, I do not fight. My mom does not condone fighting. At all, whatsoever. But in this predicament, the stuff she was saying, y'all, I wish I could tell y'all exactly what she was saying about me. But it was terrible. Like, girl, that's so weird. Mascara eventually ended up texting me, and I was like, boy, you do not want to text my phone right now. Because he was calling me childish and this and third. Why you posting about her? Blah, blah, blah. My spam close friends, by the way. So I'm like, I said, you got 2 chances to get off my phone. So I texted my phone, your feelings gonna be hurt. And he didn't get off my phone, and guess what? His feelings got hurt. I'm not gonna say exactly what I did, but I sent him screenshots, and his chest was hurting, and then he got off my phone real quick, with quickness. Yeah, find somebody else to play with, because it's not me. Then the next day, the dude I was talking to at this time, now that I think about it, it was a little bit weird, but hey, it's whatever. Because I was telling him the situation, and I was screen sharing the messages. He ended up texting the girl, and hearing her side out or whatever. I'm like, that's your new friend? Like, what's tea? And he was like, yo, chill, y'all chill. Nah, that's weird. But it's okay. Because me, I was on FaceTime, mind you. He's like, I'm added to the call. I was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But we're going to keep it cute. We're going to keep it respectful. I'm not going to start chewing her out as soon as she joined the call. Ding dong. She joins the call. I was keeping it real cute and respectful at first. Until she called me out my name when she was explaining the story. And I said, hold on, now all that out the window. Now me and her going back and forth. I'm yelling in the mic like this. I forgot what I was saying. But I'm like, you had me all the way doppelganger, like, da-da-da. Then she was saying she didn't like how I was talking about her at school. Da-da-da. I spread the whole situation around school. I said, you do forget. I said, I didn't even have to do nothing. By the time that Monday came, the Monday after my party came, a bunch of people already knew. And you know why? Because a lot of people from the school were there. You would know that if you were actually there. But I'm like, yeah, I didn't have to say anything. That was their doing. I don't know what you want me to do about that, but that was their doing, not mine. Da-da-da. She's still saying that she was lying. But then the dude I was talking to came up with a good point. He was like, okay, but why in these pictures is the sun setting? Because she still claimed that she wasn't with the dude the night of my party, even though there was timestamp evidence. At first she said, oh, well, the phone, oh, it ain't the time, it ain't synced correctly. Then she said she edited the pictures, because in one of the pictures, it was a sunset. So she's like, oh, I edited the picture, I edited it. Like, girl, just admit it. Admit it. Give it up. Admit it. So I'm like, I'm genuinely, like, laughing. Like, I'm dying laughing, because it has to be a joke. She has to be trolling me. But no, she was dead serious. And then that's when I was like, girl, you're a mini-me. And I said that. I said, I'm really not going to keep arguing with you. I taught you everything you know. You knew nobody when I met you. Yeah, I had to end up pulling out that card. And y'all, I'm not even one of them type of females. I'm really not. But like, let's not forget, okay? Yeah, and she started laughing. She's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, okay, girl. And then that's when she said, I forgot what I had said, but she said, you know better than to say this to my face. You know I smacked the eye out your mouth. Slap you in your mouth. I said, who? I said, slap who? Slap who? Do that. Stand on it. She's like, I will. Stand on it. I'm going to stand on it Monday. Stand on it. I'm going to see something. I didn't see that girl till Wednesday. And the only reason I saw her Wednesday is because I told our friend that I ain't seen her since Monday. And she texted me talking about, oh, you told him I was ducking. I said, well, I didn't say that. And if you don't, why aren't you saying this to my face? I said, say it to my face. She still texts me, say it to my face, say it to my face, say it to my face. If you don't have a real problem with me. Correct? 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 Oh, okay. She said, okay, I got something for you, Maya. She's still calling me scary. It's the pod calling Kettle Black at this point. So I'm like, so the end of the day comes, she didn't even say that to me. I had to say something to her first. I said, we gonna say something. And this whole thing popped off, and we didn't really get nowhere because she just got up in my face. I told her to back it up. Like, it was getting real disrespectful. And then that's when I realized, like, let me just start trolling her. And I started trolling her because she wanted to cause a scene in front of everybody. So I gave her a scene. And I started trolling her. She started throwing her boob back, tying her hair up. I'm like, yo, oh my God, I'm scared. Oh my God, I'm scared. She finna hit me. She finna hit me. Again, still call me scary, and I'm like, but you ain't drop low. That's why I'm getting heated at this point, because I'm like, you saying all this, doing all this in front of everybody for what if you're not finna drop low? So I was like, you ain't drop low, let me know when. She was like, okay, Saturday. I was like, all right, bet. When? Where? She was like, at so-and-so, this part over here by us. I said, okay. What time? That's when she shut up. She answered that. What time? What time? No response. No time. No time, babes. No time. So I was like, okay. That's when she ended up walking away. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it was what I expected. So I'm like, alright, shorty. Alright, shorty. Because I already told her, I said, I'm not going to hit you on school grounds. I ain't that slow. Or a couple days later after that whole confrontation, or I think it was the next day, actually. I'm not sure. My timing is messed up. But I'm looking at the timestamps. But my mom ends up getting a text from a text now number with a screenshot from my spam TikTok. Because I had posted, when I had a little boo at the time, I posted a picture of us together. Yeah, I posted a picture of us together. And I said, I'm so can't take my eyes off you by Lauryn Hill by my man. And so it was a screenshot from that account. They sent it to my mom. They was like, hello, thought you should know Kennedy has been sneaking in boys' houses or whatever. First off, baby, I never gave that. You told my mama something she already know. And I never snuck in his house. The whole time that wasn't even his house. So then I texted her, I said, oh, so now we texting Dukes now? She's like, it wasn't me. Again, mind you, it was a whole other situation with one of her friends that me and her friend got into it, and she got involved or whatever. And somebody ended up texting her friend mom off a text now, and it wasn't me. And I was genuinely confused when I found that out, because I'm like, who would do that? And I asked Doppelganger, she did that. She was like, no, I didn't do it. But the same thing is happening to me. And you're saying that you didn't do it, but at the same time, you're the common denominator because you were the only one that would have both of our mother's numbers. Let's clock that T. And mind y'all, after me and this girl fell out, she was very, very, very quick to go to the girls, to go be friends and buddy with the girls that hate me. Girls that don't like me. With the girls that apparently still want my head. And I'm like, do you see how that makes you look? You're proving my point. Because she's like, I'm too real. Because I could tell everything that happened. And I'm like, okay, just because you left some stuff out doesn't mean you didn't say anything or do anything. Like, you literally want to go be buddy besties, happy cupcakes and rainbows with the girls that don't even like me. And that's weird. I said, you want a friend so bad. I could never want a friend that bad. I promise you, I will stay by myself if I have to. I learned my lesson. I don't need a friend that bad. Then on top of that, she wanted me to be cool with girls that we both talked about. This was a condensed story time. It was long, but it was very condensed. If I don't think y'all will be able to tell. But I actually had to leave some stuff out due to the fact. Just know I had to leave some of this stuff out. But yeah, that was it. That was the end of story time. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all made it all the way to the end, comment a little heart. Do a black heart. Y'all know I love the color black. So comment a little black heart if you watch to the end. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all opinions? Was I in the wrong for posting and popping this whole thing off, or was I justified? Because yeah, y'all let me know how I feel or how y'all feel about this. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Oh, y'all go follow my Instagram on the screen. Follow my dump account too, because that's where I do post like my polls or like what videos y'all want to see, Q&A questions or whatever. So yeah, follow both of my Instagrams, and I'll see y'all in the next freaking video.